But I deserved it. I deserved every time you did it because you know what? I do that to my boys constantly. Anytime they're like, what's it called? I just start throwing out words to try to fill in. What were you?
I do that with him sometimes.
Yep.
What were you saying the other night? Llama? What was it?
Donkey.
Yeah.
Donkey.
Just
Donkey.
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 So, let me see here. Let me make sure that
Here we go.
Really?
What?
Stop.
It's gonna be one of those shows.
Yep, it's gonna be one of those.
One of those.
It hasn't shown up yet.
Oh no, thank you.
I still don't get the whole. I don't understand why when it even though it's live on Facebook, why it takes so long for it to show up to where I can share it on my feed as well. I'm just like, come on, it's already been going on for a minute now. You would think it, but I mean, Facebook's so jacked up anyway.
It's for censoring.
It's because
we have a tape delay.
It's because you're being monitored.
I guess so. Yeah.
What's going on in the background side? What's on your TV?
Oh, I can tell you what's going on in his TV. A game that okay, so I do want to ask this, I love that game. I've always loved that game. I think it's a fun ass game.
Like Addams Family? Uncle Fester's Quest? Like
Fester's
Addams
Quest.
Family?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know they made that.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
But I want to know what is the common opinion of Fester's Quest, because I have a feeling it's not very good.
Well, Fester's Quest was much beloved for many, many years by pretty much everyone, except for a few people, but for pretty much everyone. It was
Really?
Everybody loved Fester's Quest. Everybody I ever talked to, the magazines were good to it. Everybody, until this is the story that always seems to happen. A certain YouTube personality included it in his repertoire of NES games to take a crap on. And once it was done by that dude, then everyone went with that. And that was then the narrative from now until the end of time. So,
Well, I have another reason to not enjoy
They went
that
with the
gentleman's
OG face.
stuff now.
that guy's a perfectly good dude. He does a character, and it's fine. It's just that a lot of people don't understand the difference between an actual opinion and a contrived character performing for you to get more attention for the channel.
Fair enough.
This
Luke's
guy.
Awakening says Fester's Quest is hard AF. I hate it. It is, dude. It is hard.
very hard.
It is a
Yes,
hard
it's
game.
very hard.
The thing about it is as you're going along and playing it, it's what would you say? It's isometric. No, it's not isometric. It's just kind of an overhead view of Fester.
Yeah, it's top down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Yeah.
you're walking around and you just have this gun that you're constantly shooting. And then you meet other members of the family and they give you different things, like different abilities and stuff. But as you go along, as you kill enemies, you can upgrade your weapon. And once you get it upgraded all the way to the max, you can wreck people constantly. But the problem is anytime you get hit, not only do you lose life, but your gun downgrades one as well. And it can very quickly go from running the game board to, oh crap, I'm dead. Oh crap, I'm dead. Oh crap, I'm dead. And then it's done. So
This was back in the day when games were hard and you were expected to suck it up and play the game a lot. This is something I was trying to explain to one of my friends the other day. Maybe it was last line. I can't remember. Maybe it was you, Eugene. We were talking about this, and it was like video games used to be designed in such a way where they understood you're going to play this one game several times over, and you're going to put a lot of time into it. This was a totally different time period. There's no internet. There's no, very limited TV shows. So kids would get a game, and that's their game for a while. And so, these games are designed for you to replay areas and go through stuff. And you get better at it the more you do it. And the games are actually not as hard as we think they are, but we just don't play games the way we used to play games.
Yep.
And if you ever do try to do that again and go back and actually spend some time with these games, you'll find out that they're better than you think they are, and they're designed that way. They're designed to be played that way, which today, in this day and age, with the current mindsets and current, attitudes about things, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So people just say these games suck, and it's whatever.
I like older games. I miss pausing stuff. Why can't I pause? I have to fucking wait to get to a safe point. I want to pause now.
Mm-hmm.
That drives me crazy. That's my biggest complaint about
If I'm gaming,
your gaming or even Quinn. And I'm just like,
well, and if you're playing online, I mean, that automatically adds a thing to it. And of course, that's been the forever joke was, the mom was, can you pause? I'm playing online. We'll pause it.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, I'm going to pause the game for everyone playing.
okay.
That would be hilarious and terrible.
Oh my God, yes.
Pause.
50
And
people
thankfully,
playing COD, and all of a sudden just pause.
Yeah, thankfully none of us were kids.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, thankfully none of us were kids during that period, because I know what would have happened. I would have been there, had my headset on, be playing Call of Duty, and here comes my mom, starts talking to me at an extended period about something I didn't do or something I should have done, something really embarrassing or something. Look, I have to clean the bathroom every day, and I tell you, and I'm like, Mom?
Yep.
Yeah, thankfully we didn't go through that, but
Yep.
I'm sure none of us have done similar things to our kids when they're playing online. Go in and
like when I walk into Alex's room, if he's live streaming, like he whips around like you wouldn't believe with. So he can, because he doesn't have a camera on. Like we don't want him to have a camera on, and he's fine with that. But he does have a mic, and he's like, because otherwise I'd walk in and be like, Alex, when are you gonna go to the bath? Like, when are you gonna go clean the bathroom? When are you gonna go, take a shower or whatever? Like he does, and he also doesn't have his name out there. Like some of his people have picked up his name or whatever, but they. So.
Yeah. No,
I'm distracted. I've never played online. Really?
I've never played online. Oh wait, does that one time I played Baldur's Gate 3 count as online? That was
No, because you were just.
That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That was fun. We streamed it. It was funny.
Oh my God, it was so boring. That game was so boring. Games are boring now. The quest games. I played Baldur's 3 with Quinn one time just because it's funny for everybody else when I play stuff like this because I suck at it. And so it was like, okay. And I had a ton of questions. I kept getting bored. I decided my character hated another character randomly and proceeded
wanted to kill it.
Wanted
kill
to
the other
kill
character.
and just like,
can I bite it? Can I bite her?
Can I bite her? Can I eat that? Because I was a vampire. I'm like, can I eat that? Can I eat that?
I was like, it's kind of random. Can I bite her?
I know, right?
No, you can't. And then finally, they were like, "Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. See what happens."
See what happens." And I got sick. My character got sick.
Maybe there are other games that might be better.
So with Baldur's Gate, and then when you play Red Dead Redemption, and you have to kill things.
Yeah, I love Red Dead Redemption.
I don't like it.
Like 2 is like my favorite game.
When you play Diablo, it's the most.
Diablo is so chaotic.
Panic-inducing.
She's looking at me like, "Where's your person?"
Who are you? Like, what is happening?
Like,
I can tell you. I could tell exactly. There's a tornado of activity happening. His character's right in the middle of it, and he's probably not even hitting a button. He's probably just using the joystick to walk around and just auto kills everything. At least that's what I ran into. It was a very short time. I was trying to play Diablo 3 with Ray and Sean and another one of their friends. And like my thing was just like, okay, hey, the new season just came out, and I'm like, okay, guys, well, I've got an event this weekend, and I think I've got one next weekend, so it may be 3 weeks before I get caught up. And they're like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. Okay, and so I jump in, and I'm like at level 1 or whatever. And I'm like, all right, time to start building up. They're already like at level 150, and literally they're like, here, let's go here or whatever. And I just, as soon as I step in, like level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and I'm just like, I'm not even doing anything. I haven't even hit anything, but they're playing at such a high level. Like, I'm gaining all of this experience just like hanging out with them. Too bad that's not like in real life. Like that would be awesome if that was the way in real life.
You'd have to be really choosy about who you hung out with, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Diablo 3 for me was a wild ride. Yeah.
I bought that game on my PS3 and I've played it some. I even did a couple streams on it, but I never really got into it. It just seems kind of like Gauntlet. You know, it just kind of goes on and on and on, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
And
Like-
yet, like I liked it when I was playing it for exactly that reason. I was like, oh, this is kind of like Gauntlet. I like Gauntlet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. Diablo,
But I saw a video from the angry video game nerd. He said it was terrible. So that
yes.
Well, apparently Luke's Awakening is the upset video game geek. So
well, I will always refer to him that way. You know?
nice. Fair enough.
Cool.
All right, we have more than enough information. I could go through and do a find our opening stuff. So if everyone is ready, we can go ahead and start the show. Does anyone need to hit the bathroom or anything real quick?
I don't know.
Being the dad here. Does anyone need to go to the bathroom before we get on there? Because I'm not turning. I'm going to turn the show around.
I'm not
Turn the show right around.
Turn the show around. Yeah.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what? I
one
wanna see how
last
you
thing.
do that.
One last thing before we get started. I finally bought new tennis shoes, and I bought these Nikes, and I was like, okay, maybe I just need to break them in. And I kept loosening them, and I'm just like, why are these so tight? I'm like, has my foot gotten like whiter and fatter the older I've gotten? And I finally was just like, I'm done. I'm going to return them, and I'm going to get a new pair of shoes. And of course, I talked to my partner at work, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. What kind were they?" I'm like, "Well, they were Nikes." He goes, "Oh yeah, they always run thin for me too. Like you always have to get like a size bigger." And I'm just like, "Well." So I ended up like Christy and I looked on Amazon, found several different ones that were wife approved, and the ones I ended up going with were they're gray, but they are New Balance. I've always enjoyed New Balance. The wide version always seems to fit my foot really well. But of course, as soon as I pull them out of the box, Alex, oh look, peak dad.
But that's what you are, man.
No, I'm totally fine with that. But I'm just like, they're not white. They're not like the videos you keep seeing online where it's like there's like a dad and his sons, and they do a bunch of videos, and like he always plays it is time, and he's like handing off like these solid white New Balances to his son or whatever, who's just become a new dad or whatever. And I'm just like, they're not white, guys. Like,
but the new dad
Balance.
shoe now are Vans and Volcom, and guess who has both?
fair enough.
That's the dad shoe now.
Yeah, I've got a pair of skater shoes that I love.
They're cute. They're cute.
And then the Vans are obviously very comfortable as well. But what I was going to suggest for you is Adidas. Dude, they fit wide feet perfectly, and I love them.
I will have to keep that in mind then.
Luke, you just suggested what I was going to say.
What did he say? You need to get the Velcro. No,
Listen, I'm gonna pair of Velcro shoes.
Those are grandpa shoes now.
I was just imagining Eugene like, oh, let me see these shoes here. Oh, look, they fit so well.
all right, I'm gonna
Look
get
at-
myself in
question.
I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
I'm gonna do a what is it? A fashion show. I'm gonna do a fashion show. And he walks around for everybody.
I'm gonna get myself in trouble here, but I'm gonna do it because I love y'all. Right.
What are you doing?
So it was. I think Christy and I were married. I don't think we were still dating. I think we were married at this point. And there was some kind of event that came up. Like we were in Tyler, and some kind of event came up, and it was like, oh man, I need a pair of black shoes. Like all I had were like my tennis shoes or whatever. Need a pair of black shoes. So I'm like, well, I don't need a new pair of shoes for work or whatever. So in my mindset, go to Payless or whatever and just find a cheap pair of black shoes. I just need them for this one event, right? So Christy's like, oh, I'll go with you. So we go there, and I found a pair of shoes and proceeded to put them on. I was like, oh, these fit. They're fine. They're solid black. This will work or whatever. And they were Velcro. And like I said, I think she was my wife at the time. I'm going to say she was my wife at the time. Walks around the corner and says, take those off. You are not and I know this word's not proper anymore, a retard for wearing those shoes. Wow. She actually just opened the door and is looking at me right now. Wow. So I know I'm in trouble. I'm telling the story about, we were talking about shoes, and they said I should get Velcro shoes. And I'm like, nope, never. No. See, she's shaking her head right now. Nope. I know that. She literally made a motion like she was ripping the ring off of her finger. So,
I know what I'm buying you for Christmas.
Velcro shoes.
We're live. So, okay.
She doesn't want to be on? That's too bad.
No,
She's
no,
really
she
funny.
doesn't want to be on.
She's really funny.
Yeah.
Tell her I said hi.
Okay, fair enough. I will afterwards.
They do
I hear
like that.
Skechers and New Balance make good white fit. Dude, Skechers are freaking awesome. Like I've got Skechers boots, and like they are fantastic. Like I can go all day in those things. So,
But what do you mean all day? What are you doing all day when you're going all day?
work. Actually, the boots that I wear for my as part of my Ghostbusters gear. So I've done parades in them. I've done 8 hours standing on a con floor in them. Like they're fantastic. So, what's funny is if you've got a decent pair of boots when you're doing the Ghostbusters thing, at the end of the day, taking off the boots is not the number one thing. It's taking off the elbow pads because they're a little tight and they trap all of the heat in that jumpsuit. And as soon as you take them off, it's just like, I can breathe.
That's what it's like to take a bra off.
I can imagine so.
The relief.
I don't know.
No.
All righty, we're going to get started here. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
And away we go.
This is the Epically Geeky Show, a place for all things geeky.
Oh, that was nice cosplay. I was checking that out.
That was all
Gonna
AI
get-
art, by the way. So
Chris is like, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was all AI. It wasn't art, as we discussed earlier this week on the Epically Geeky Live show. But this isn't Epically Geeky Live. This is the Epically Geeky Show, episode 188. I'm your host for the evening, Eugene Stevens. I'm joined tonight by Cyrus, Ray, and Chris. How are y'all doing?
Good, good.
Super
I'm on
duper.
vacation.
Oh, I bet you're doing great then. I don't know if you're watching the live version, if you're watching the version on YouTube, you will, of course, get all of the pre-comments and stuff that we had. So when I put this up here and say, I love Velcro shoes, interesting rabbits, dude.
That's a great photo, by the way.
That was a great picture. Who knows? Maybe I'll throw that as the start of the audio show. We'll see. Born distracted. Well, I don't have wide feet, so what would I know?
Adidas.
And Rabbit Dude said, "Hi, Eugene." Hi, Rabbit Dude.
I just saw the picture. Oh, God.
I love the picture. It's awesome.
Let's go ahead and move on into our opening question. Opening question tonight is: have you ever done an interactive movie experience? Have you ever done an interactive movie experience? And what I'm talking about that is, have you ever done like the 4D thing where like, you know, you go in, you pay the money or whatever, and like the seats move, and like maybe there's like the moving. That's the only thing I know of. I don't know if they necessarily do anything else on those things. It's kind of like a little bit like a mild version of a dark ride. We have one in Temple that offers the 4D thing. But I've never actually done one that I can think of. Like I've done the big rides. I think the closest I've ever come would be long time ago. This is when Jurassic Park was still originally in theaters. I went and watched it with my dad in San Antonio on the IMAX. And the only reason I say it was like that was because, you know, they have all of those speakers behind that giant screen. When the T-Rex stepped down, my seat shook, and I was just like, this is awesome. But it wasn't because it was supposed to. It was because it was like actually shaking. So,
Yeah.
What are you saying? Born distracted? Is Eugene streaming via his MacBook Pro? No, I'm on a Mac Mini. Why? Oh, okay. So it's interesting. Anyway, all right. So Ray, have you ever done the whole 4D interactive movie thing?
Yeah, so I'm going to answer for both of us because we have.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Well, we
but
have.
We have, but it was like a stationary. It didn't play different movies. It was just like a part of a show.
Yeah, it was there was definitely spritzing of water.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Ripley's, believe it or not, in Niagara Falls on the Ontario, on the
Canadian side, the pretty side.
And they have a 4D experience. And one particular part that I remember is it's people that went over the falls.
Yeah.
So there's times where you feel like you're bobbing in the water, and then they like send you over the water and stuff like that. And they spray mist, and they.
Mhm.
But we made the mistake of going right after breakfast. And
This was the weekend we got married, so this was like 20 years ago.
Okay.
so it wasn't even smooth. Like this was older technology that
Yeah.
was like really jerky, and like
Mhm.
you could hear the clunking of each seat. And I don't know if it was because there wasn't a lot of people in there. The jerking motions was a lot more than what
Mhm.
maybe it should be, because maybe it needed to be weighted down by more people. I don't know, but dude, it was.
We walked it very
rough.
nauseous. It was rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was rough.
But we have done, so was it in Disney? I can't remember which land, but
Oh,
there was the Bugs
Animal
Life.
Kingdom.
The Bugs Life
Yeah.
theater experience. It's very interactive, like so much so that you can feel little bugs running under your seat.
Yeah, it's
And
dark.
Think bug smell.
Dark. Right? Yeah.
But you're watching it as like
Yes.
as a movie, and so they had that, and we did that. So that was
fun.
4D, and then the Muppets one.
Muppets was a very
Yeah.
good. Their 4D was very.
But we've never been. I don't know where one would be around here, but we've never been to like an actual
So
4D movie theater.
Silver City in London, Ontario, does provide
They do?
movement chairs where they will move with the to make it feel a
I don't
little
think
bit
I
more.
need it
So
to be that interactive, though. Do you
neither
really
do
need
I.
it to be that interactive?
no.
Are we just old?
I just like. I'd rather pay for the
The recliner.
the recliner, put my feet up, and watch the movie.
Yeah.
It's- so
Hey, Basserino. Born Distracted said, sounds like a fun date night. Yeah, it could be. Cyrus, have you ever done the 4D thing?
No, not yet. Back in the day when they were advertising these things at like Universal Studios and stuff like that, where they had like the ride movies, the movies that were rides, they had the Epcot thing and stuff. Back then I was like, we were really excited. We wanted to go to see some of that stuff, but it never happened. Yeah, I think maybe at some point we did like a VR thing that we sat in like a little pod and it did some stuff or whatever, but like movies in a theater that had like extra elements and stuff, no, I haven't done anything like that yet.
Fair enough.
Closest I've come is IMAX. That's closest I've come.
Yeah.
So
Luke's Awakening said, take a trip to Pigeon Forge or Myrtle Beach. Those things are all around there. Oh, that's cool. 40th thing. I'm drinking 40s and OE Steel Reserve. Sign me up. I love that trash. Okay. Never know what Basserino's going to talk about. Oh,
he's unpredictable. He's like, it's like every time Basserino talks, it's like one of those bobble things where you hit the bubble and it pops and you're like, what have we got this time? You know.
At first I thought you were going to say you like shake it up and you're just like
that too. Yeah. I love Basserino. I love Basserino. He's a hilarious guy, but yeah, very unpredictable.
Very much so. So tonight's episode, we're giving movies the quote unquote spear treatment. I know I'm probably going to get a strike on this one, but I don't care. I'm going to give it a shot here. So I just want to throw up a quick thing that kind of describes what it is we're doing for anyone who might not understand what we're doing here. So let's just try this out real quick. Here we go. And there we are.
You've likely been off to see The Wizard of Oz, but never like this. On a screen larger than 4 football fields, sound from 167,000 speakers, and in 16K, the highest quality resolution ever for a film.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's an immersive experience, putting the audience inside the movie, including the twister that carries Dorothy from the Heartland to Munchkinland.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Alrighty, so move back here. So, if you have not heard, the Sphere, that giant, cost apparently like $4 billion to build this thing in Las Vegas, and they're building more of them. So, my understanding is the reason why they're putting all this money is they're hoping to kind of get like this figured out, and then they can copy and paste it, at the other ones. But anyway, so the Sphere has been known because it has all these video screens on the outside of it as well, and they'll do some really cool stuff. So like with the Wizard of Oz, they made it look like the crystal ball, like with all the swirling stuff on it. a lot of times they'll play like it looks like a giant face, and it's like watching people or whatever walking by and like looking up and stuff. Anyway, on the inside, they've done several concerts in this thing, and apparently the concerts are like insane. But the anyway, they've started doing this thing with the Wizard of Oz. I'm not exactly sure why they chose to go with Wizard of Oz as being the first one, but to me, I think it looks fantastic. So this thing is, not only have they gone in and they're showing the movie, they are using AI to basically extend the screen. So later on in that piece, they actually talk about the fact that like when they're inside talking inside of the shack, one of the characters, like one of her uncles, is off screen, and so they had to digitally create him on the screen to be able to walk in and it visually, match up. So they're doing a bunch of different stuff with this. But as it's going through, so like whenever the tornado's going on, they have these huge air compressors that are like blowing air throughout. They actually have like little pieces of paper and stuff that's flying around, so you've actually got debris going on. The part where she comes up and meets the meets the living trees and starts to shake it, like they have like foam apples drop down on people and stuff. Like they're doing a lot of really cool things with this thing. And so as soon as I saw this, I was just like, ooh, what other movies would be really awesome to give the sphere treatment? So that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to get caught up here real quick. Basserino said, dude, all I heard was 40 thing. I'm down. Fair enough. Born Distracted. I have this film on 4K Blu-ray with Dolby Vision. Looks great. It's not even 16K. Yeah. 16K. That's insane. Oh, I saw that thing. It's unfucking real. Yeah, absolutely. It would be insanity. That much electricity night and day. Yeah. I can only imagine how much it cost. I think I did see this girl talking about it on Instagram. She actually went to it, was talking about it and everything else. She said her seat fairly far back was $120. And of course, further down, it gets more and more expensive. So I can imagine what the seats, cost on this thing. Too bad Las Vegas has become pretty expensive. So I've heard, it even when I was there, like the whole idea when the last time my wife and I went was, we went for our honeymoon, but we went a few years ago. That's actually when I got got to meet Peter Cullen. But yeah, the whole thing of like, oh yeah, Vegas is great. You can go in and get like you can go on the strip there and do an all you can eat buffet or whatever for like, $5 or yeah, that's all gone. Like it's insanely expensive there. In fact, the thing that I keep seeing about Vegas though is like a lot of the tourism is just gone and dead. Yeah. Partially because of no one wants to come into the country right now, but also just like with the whole alcohol thing, apparently the youngs are just like, if I want to gamble, I can do it on my phone. Like, why do I need to go there to do that when I could do it on my phone? There's no need to do that. And then everything else are just like, meh, whatever. So,
as well as why am I going to go to a casino where I know my money is not like the chances of me winning are so slim.
Yeah.
So,
well, and the whole culture around it, like the drinking everywhere,
yeah.
Gen Z just they're not interested in doing that anymore.
Yeah.
It's all us millennials and Gen Xers and boomers who are like, and they're like, no. I'm going to say fake sour bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vegas, this is why I'm concerned they may not make, I don't even think they plan to make their money back on this Wizard of Oz thing. I think it's more like a publicity stunt for the sphere concept more than anything. I think you were asking, why did they choose Wizard of Oz? And I think one of the reasons is because of the public domain thing, because the movie moved out of
copyright.
So they don't have to. Yeah, and it's like this big spectacle movie. So what better, movie to use for something like that? You could save a lot of money on the front end by not having to pay the, all that other. Yeah, but yeah, I think you're right. I think there's a lot of stuff that we do, that we have done, that we would consider normal stuff to go do, that the kids just don't do and don't have any interest in and don't understand why we would ever have interest in. We come from a different world, man. We come from a different world. We're aliens in our own place or whatever, Yeah, the next gen, next gen. I don't know what you call them, but the kids that these kids and then their kids and so forth. It won't be long before, anything and everything that we've ever known is so antiquated that it's pretty much gone completely.
You look at how much technology has changed our lives, and we remember without a lot of technology. Like, I can't imagine where it's going to head. So
yeah. I mean, they don't do amusement parks. They're not doing Vegas. They're not doing casinos. They're not doing movie theaters. They're not doing bars and clubs. They're not doing none of the stuff that we would think. I mean, there's no malls anymore. Everything's gone. It's all. It's so sad. It's so sad.
I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. Malls should be converted so that they are the new retirement homes, and you get a little apartment inside the mall.
That's what we need. You're right. We need
I've seen that.
We need a mall old folks home.
Yeah.
We can walk around and talk to each other and buy stupid old shit that is not even real products anymore.
Go to the arcade.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That'd be fantastic. Bassarino, I read this before I posted this, and I'm just like, I think he knows what he's talking about. The thing is, it depends on which house you're going to. For instance, I've been to Paris, and for slots, you might as well be throwing your money away. If you go to the Bellagio, you stand a chance to win. Bassarino, do you by chance live anywhere near Vegas? Because it kind of sounds like you know what you're talking about. Old Vegas was straight up wild. The only way I know how is it's now a family, and they're into gambling like I'm into gaming. Yeah, okay.
There you go.
So anyway, tonight we were I tasked everyone with coming up with 2 or 3 movies that you'd like to see give the old sphere treatment, as it were. And it was like, kind of throw in some of the things you'd like to see happen and whatever. So with that being said, would anyone like to go first? All right, Ray.
Ray goes first.
What is the first movie you would give the sphere treatment?
Well, we're coming up on Halloween, so.
Ow.
So the outside is going to be somebody stuck in a trap trying to get out of a trap, and we're going with Saw.
Oh wow!
Oh my god!
Wow.
That's a lot. That's very immersive.
Oh yeah. So the inside, as warm water spray, I think would be hilarious during certain scenes. That way you're feeling like you're actually getting sprayed with warm, wet blood.
Right.
Oh, God.
I would definitely have like sparks in certain times when there's metal on metal or all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm envisioning kind of it would have to be maybe like Saw 2 or 3 where there's like the more intricate traps. The first one is very one room type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of envisioning as well as like a shadow figure setting up something in the back, like kind of off in the distance, so that
that would be cool.
You see something kind of being set up, and then it kind of transitions so that it becomes on the screen as the actual trap. So yeah, that was kind of my simple version as to kick things off. But,
nice,
because be fun.
Chris, what's your first one? I take it you didn't quite go that dark.
No, I've never seen any of those movies, and will never, because I'm deep and dark. I'm not creepy. That's different. Mine would be The Lord of the Rings. All of them.
Okay, I specifically, there were certain ones I was like, I know some people are probably going to hit it, so I'm not going to touch it. But yes, please go on, because believe me, that was one of the first ones that hit my mind.
So Lord of the Rings, the whole thing in terms of like vista and stuff, it's just sweeping and gorgeous. And then for smells, Hobbiton.
Oh yeah.
Hobbiton, especially when they're having a feast. Could you imagine how good that would smell?
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
Well, it would smell so good. And then
oh man, the dragon coming, like the firework dragon coming in and swooping over,
because like they would show like the rest of the town, but you could have the dragon flying around the rest of the thing before it comes in. Oh man, that is awesome!
Like the heat from the fireworks and stuff. But I was thinking for like Rivendell, it could smell like spring, very fresh and very clean and stuff, and it would smell just very, very fresh. And then Lothran would smell like winter, like crisp and like cold and stuff.
sulfur for
No, none of that. Just the good smell, the nice smells. We don't want to. I don't want to know what Mordor smells like. I have an idea of what.
That'd be really cool too, though. Is off in the distance, especially when you have like the vast vista, you see the Eye of Sauron way off in the distance. And then
Exactly. Yeah.
as you get closer and closer, he's getting bigger and bigger. And
Yeah. I had this scene though, like when Gandalf is on Shadowfax and he's running and his staff goes off. You get, like, all the wind and how fast you're going. So yeah, I thought Lord of the Rings just because I mean, like visually, it's stunning. How cool
the battle scenes.
But
yeah, the battles are with it, and like
the battles would be like really cool to see it like that. But I don't think we would need any warm spray for the blood.
maybe not for the blood, but if we're gonna do all three movies during the battle in the second one, the
Helm's Deep.
The Battle of Helm's Deep, where it's raining, you could have that's when you can
that would be really cool.
That would be
oh my
god, that'd be so cool.
Yes, that kind of stuff.
And then the webs as Shelob. And then it could be like crawling around the
skittering around.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
that would be. Oh, see, and like that's why I said that's as soon as it came. As soon as I was like, well, the Lord of the Rings is like done. Like everyone would freaking go watch that.
Oh, it would be amazing. It would be really cool. Yeah.
Cyrus, before I get to you, I'm just going to throw Born Distracted's comment up here. Maybe Jaws. Can you imagine, like, literally, like, the parts when they're on the boat, like, the rest of the sphere just looks like the freaking ocean. Like, you are literally, you are just out there by yourself. Yeah. That would be so cool. Especially if you could see the shark swimming around, you know, like in the background or whatever.
So that's the thing is you'd have to stick with the tradition that the shark is not there when there's no music. Mm-hmm. And then only when the shark is in the point of view or like in the shot, that's when you hear the music until the one reveal when he's coming out of the water.
Yeah.
That's the only time. Yeah.
But like having the whole beach, like, you know, like, you know, you're watching the movie down here, but seeing like the entire beach, like spread out to the side. Anything that's an outside shot, just immediately this thing like just blows it up and makes it awesome. So, all right, Cyrus, what's your first one?
Okay. Bear with me. Aliens. Okay.
Oh man.
Imagine. Okay, so they got to recreate stuff for the sphere, right? And you could have aliens crawling on the ceilings and those little. You could have little remote controlled face huggers going up and down the aisles around people. You could have steam coming out of places. They said they can hit you with like different temperatures. Mm-hmm. So depending on what, like, people are going from one place to the next, you could actually have the temperatures changing, cold to warm to cold to warm, to feel that change happening. There's scenes when they're outside and it's like this wind blowing and it's so scary. You know, aliens, like, they're out there, they're by themselves. They don't know where the aliens are. They don't know what's happening. And like, I remember there's these scenes where they're outside in the wind and you could just feel that wind hitting you in the theater with the cold. And then, you know, they're back. The scene where Bishop has to go through the tube, and like that, it just would all be right there.
Yes.
And you could add so many little sounds because they have all these speakers. You could add little sounds of aliens far away or clicking and clanking on stuff or whatever. You never really know. And then the motion detector thing, you know, the motion detector, you could actually incorporate those sounds just from the motion detector happening, you know, around in the, like, you could hear it constantly.
Yeah.
There's so many things you could do. There's so many things. And that final battle, wow.
Yes.
The things you could do with that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was just like
shooting up the fire every occasionally. So.
Yeah. And you're talking about spraying people with stuff. I mean, aliens would be fantastic.
Yes, it would.
You could even have those vehicles. You could get the actual vehicle come in the theater and do stuff, you know, because they have, like, I don't know if you guys have seen how this works with the stage and everything that they have, but like for the concerts and stuff, they bring like real stuff into the theater. Mm-hmm. It's like really interesting the way they do this. So you could really make this special because it's not just the movie. You're adding all this extra stuff and new scenes and change and adding, you know, all, like I said, things you couldn't see in the movie before. So yeah, It'd be great.
That
It'd
would
be
be
absolutely
awesome.
fantastic.
Vasserino said, LOL creepy. I used to regularly recommend people The Greasy Stranger and Visitor Q just to see the dirty looks I'd get the next day. LOL put those 2 flicks on the sphere. I have never heard of these 2 movies.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't want to look them up either.
I don't either.
I'm scared.
I know, right?
It's like John Cena
Oh.
saying the green door or the
Oh.
or whatever the hell it is. Nope.
The first one, like I said, I went with 3 movies that I was like, all right, it's still quote unquote on brand for me, but not something I thought other people would pick. The first one I thought of, and if you saw the thumbnail for the episode, you already know what it is. The Transformers, the movie, the 1986 version.
Oh.
Just that opening shot of all space, completely surrounded by all space, and you see the planet slowly move, and then Unicron comes in. Just whenever he's like destroying the planet, you would have stuff falling all over and everywhere. The huge battles, you would actually see like almost the entire Autobot city being destroyed as the movie is happening. And then like Ray, you even had the idea of what was going to be outside. Well, outside, I'd make the entire sphere look like Unicron. It would be that. What else would you make it look like? It'd be awesome. But yeah, like the flying through space, attacking Cybertron. Like I think, oh my God, that would be so cool. And then of course the actual Battle of Autobot City. You'd have to have warm air being blasted, shooting fire from here and there, rumbling the seats and stuff's happening. They even they talk about at one point in the thing, and actually I don't know if they talked about it on that video, but the young lady I watched on Instagram that was talking about it, they have flying monkeys going through like on strings as at that point in the movie. So I'm just like, well, during this battle, you would have like some of the Decepticon jets like flying around and stuff. And I'm telling you, like $120 to quote unquote watch a movie sounds ridiculous, but for this experience, and you're absolutely right, Si, this is an experience.
Yeah.
I would pay that in a heartbeat. I think that would be fantastic. So, and of course, I'd love to see I just like watching that movie anyway. So, all right, Ray, what's your next one?
I got to go with one of my favorites when I was younger, Demolition Man.
Oh wow!
So,
Demolition Man.
The outside is a frozen Stallone.
You don't want to make it look like a Taco Bell?
That'd be good too.
The young lady said the inside actually had shops and stuff that sold merchandise, and they had a little restaurant. And you totally have to make it a future Taco Bell, like totally.
Yes. That's a must.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the kind of things that popped in my head were like the opening scene would be like a hellscape city, and like the helicopters all flying around, and like it would just be that much more epic for that opening scene and the big explosions and all that shit. And then when you go into the icing facility, when they're like the cryo facility, that's a great time for cameos and for like frozen celebrities or other people off in the distance.
Like that scene in Austin Powers.
Yes,
Yes, that'd be
Powers
fantastic.
absolutely in it somewhere. And then I would probably put like Mammoth from like Manny the Mammoth or like the Sloth. Just throw them in there somewhere too, just for fun. But yeah, definitely like a bunch of frozen characters. If you could get Bill Murray to do it just for fun as well somewhere, I think that'd be funny.
Bill Murray shows up.
Yep,
Okay.
and then just have a bunch of that happening. And then obviously like mist and like cold would be for that.
Oh yeah.
Then another one that popped in my head was like when you were getting in the sewers, then you could really make the sewers feel like a city underneath the ground.
Oh
And
yeah, absolutely.
you'd have all the different like levels and all these people kind of moving around and kind of just living underneath the city. For the police station itself, you'd have kind of more screens and more cops looking at other scenarios off in the distance, and more, and maybe one room with 3 shelves, but nobody's going in there. Or somebody does. See the actual use.
Oh, I didn't know how to use a 3 seashells.
And then what I did say as well was falling from the ceiling. Every time there's a swear word, somebody's getting a ticket. So it's going to fall.
Oh, that'd be fantastic, dude.
Take one of those tickets with you
Oh, that'd be
for every swear word after they reach the future. So, yeah, that was kind of my next one.
Nice.
It'd be cool
I
if you
haven't
could put like little printers on the armchairs, and when someone swears, it would
Oh,
print
yeah.
out.
You'd be buried by the end of the movie.
I know,
It'd be
right?
hilarious though.
Cool.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, that'd be
Good one.
Bastarino said, I think people would be like experiencing getting sprayed with chest burster in the sphere. I don't know. You know what? There would, I take that back. There absolutely would be a group of people would be like, you're buying a ticket for the splash zone, essentially, whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's not just you're going to get hit with mist. Like, we're going to like spray like slime on you or whatever. And they would be like, they're there for it. Like they're
Yeah,
actually there for it.
like literally launch like foam face huggers at people.
Yeah.
You know, like seriously.
I would probably have a couple actors that had a face and like yell
Yeah.
yeah.
through the theater.
If you really want to get immersive, put people in the audience that are actually actors that people think are just people in the audience, and have them do extra stuff, like
That would be
actual chest
great.
burster come out of somebody. We were going back to my movie. We were talking about Demolition Man. Demolition Man's actually a really fun movie. You know, I saw that in the theater when it came out.
I did too.
They said that Wesley Snipes was so fast they had to slow him down in the movie.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, the camera couldn't pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
man.
the other thing. The mall scene, or not the mall, the museum scene. You could have the different layers and like that would be another spot too.
Mhm.
So
That would be great. Bastarino said, I mean, Guar's been getting paid for this for 20 plus years. I don't think it's too outrageous. No,
There
absolutely.
you go. That's a good point. That is a good point.
Yeah, that is a very good point.
I understood that reference.
Got that one. Chris, what's your next one?
Okay, so I'm picking very visually beautiful movies because I think it projected onto something like that would be really beautiful. So my second one is 2005's Pride and Prejudice. If you've never seen it, it is a visually stunning movie. It is also one of my favorite movies, and I've seen it at least a dozen times. It is my whale song.
sorry, I'm laughing because I just saw her third pick. It was
Okay.
That's my fourth pick.
fourth pick. Sorry, my bad.
That's my honorable mention, and it's a
Fair
good
enough.
one. Stay tuned. So Pride and Prejudice, 2005. It's a very stunning movie. It's very beautiful. It's all English countryside. Whatever filter they have on the cameras is gorgeous.
Bunch of snobs.
Oh,
the
it's super.
background.
Yeah, lots of snobbery. It's a class. It's keen off. It's all about classism and stuff like that.
Somebody
But
get whipped.
nobody gets away.
Oh no, okay.
No, it's not. What Pride and Prejudice are you watching?
I don't know if this is going to work for the sphere, but I mean,
Not the looking part, but like just seeing so all the manors. There's a part where you see Mr. Darcy's home, and there's like he has basically a museum in his house. So seeing all of that. In one scene they're at the Bennetts, and they're a poor family essentially with like little title, but anyway, they're having a dinner and it's of potatoes. And so the smell of the potatoes would be kind of cool.
Which you could do for Lord of the Rings too.
Potatoes. But the smells of just like fresh rain and things like that after. And in one scene it does rain. So you could have that and stuff. But I just thought it would be very visually gorgeous to see Pride and Prejudice on that. The 2005
Specifically that one.
Yes.
Cyrus, you want to go next before I pull in Born Distracted's comment?
no, go ahead. That's fine.
All right. So, of course, once again, I was trying to stay away from things that I knew everybody would probably go to or whatever. And of course, his first comment was, "I'd like to see Star Wars Space."
Yeah.
Force."
Yeah.
I think that's the most obvious
Yeah.
with the sphere being the Death Star, and you know,
Obviously on the outside, but
Yeah.
can you imagine redoing, even just in the first movie, just the original Star Wars?
Yeah.
When they're doing everything on the leading up to the trench run,
Yeah.
you would literally have TIE fighters and X-wings going all over the place, and then when it goes to the trench run scene, literally it would be like you're in the trench. It would be huge, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, and that'd be.
I mean,
so
that like I said, that to me that was the most number one obvious like the thing's built for that. That's
Yes.
It's the sphere is like, if you don't do Star Wars there, that's a real tragedy. You know, that's
Absolutely.
yeah,
That's a waste
Absolutely.
of $1 billion right there.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
you don't do Star
Yeah.
Wars.
That's how you make the money on it. Like this
Right.
what's it called was the test run. This is all right. Now we're gonna make money.
that
So,
it might be the plan to do something like that. I don't know.
it absolutely could be. So, what's your second one, Cyrus?
Well, this one I don't know how y'all are gonna feel about, but to me, it's not a movie that a lot of people love. I don't think. I think it has a definite cult following, but it's an old sci-fi movie that never did well, and people kind of thought was weird. But I think would be perfect for this. It's called The Black Hole from Disney.
Yes.
Have you ever seen The Black Hole?
The only people who love this movie. Like I know you love it, and I know I love it.
I don't know. I love the movie, and there's so much potential for a remake for this movie. But it has these amazing visual set pieces that if you haven't seen the movie, I really have a hard time even describing some of this stuff. But, there's this enormous black hole in space, and there's this huge ship that's like hovering in front of the black hole. It has anti-gravity, and they arrive on this ship to investigate what's going on with it. And it's just this eerie, quiet, mysterious, empty ship with all these different rooms of empty places where people were and they're not there, and they've left all their little trinkets of like life around, and you can't figure out what's going on, and you go from area to area in this huge vast ship, and then when you finally find out what's going on, it's like super dark. It's so dark.
For a Disney movie, that was the crazy thing.
Dude, but it has these awesome scenes where like all these asteroids come through and they're like glowing hot, like they're like brilliantly brightly glowing because they're so hot, and they're like smashing through stuff, and I can't even describe. It's awesome. And to do that in this, yeah. And think about having the sphere on the outside look like the black hole. Look like, I mean, if you've never seen the movie, go check it out. It's dated, it's old. It wasn't popular back in the day. People thought it was weird. I love it. And maybe because it is weird. I don't know.
It was Disney's quote unquote answer to Star Wars. It was like, oh man, Star Wars blew up. We've got to come up with something like, here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, they said we're gonna do something like that, but way darker. And it's funny because there is some stuff for the kids, but it's for the kids that are a little bit edgy. It's not for the little, yeah, we're having fun kids. It's not for that. It's for the kids that are like, I like sci-fi, but I want dark sci-fi. Okay, we got you. Oh.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I
Never heard of
love that movie. I need to show it to. I don't know if Alex would watch it with me, but I think
I
Nick
don't
would.
think the kids will like it because it's so dated, and some of the stuff is obviously early 80s, and it has a certain, that's why I said it needs to be remade.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
it's just too dated for modern people, for modern audiences that didn't have it or didn't see it growing up. But you could easily update it and make it just freaking amazing. Absolutely.
All right. Before I say my next one, there were some interesting comments that came
Oh,
up.
hang on.
Last night
I was talking about
what
the black hole. The black
yeah,
hole.
the black
sorry.
hole is what he was talking about. Basserino. I'll have to look this up. Yeah, it is on Disney. It's on Disney Plus. So if you have Disney Plus, and then Basserino said, "Speaking of Guar, oh no, that was another comment. How about Fire in the Sky? Fully indulged in the alien.
Fire in the Sky gave me nightmares for
I
Yes.
could not
I
sleep
was
for weeks.
12.
Great.
No.
That movie messed me up.
Based on
Good
true
pick.
events? Excuse me. No.
Good pick.
10 points for Basserino. That's awesome.
Oh, my
Absolutely, yeah.
Forgot
Speaking
about
of
that.
Guar, they appeared in a recent AVGN episode. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Wow, really?
And then Basserino said there was a cat crossing, so that
Yeah.
happens a lot.
it does. Yes.
Um,
In Empire Records.
Yes. Great movie. Another good movie.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
my next one, I actually didn't go with the OG on this one just because I thought there were definitely some awesome things you could do with the OG one, but I was thinking, you're right, Si. One of the first things you kind of go to are like space battles and stuff, right? Like that that is just made for this thing. The next thing I think is made for it is and it's like Chris said, like these vistas that you see. So my next one was I went with Ghostbusters Afterlife, specifically because you see these huge wide shots of Oklahoma, and especially that opening shot of basically that mountain and all, and the storm's going, and then you see the beam fire up. Having that entire expanse around you would be fantastic.
Yeah,
wow. Oh, dude, you just made me think of something. I'm gonna change my next one.
Okay, cool. So I was just like, this would be awesome. Seeing these wide expanses of Oklahoma, the town, that battle with Gozer out there, where where all the ghosts are just like the spirits and stuff are just constantly swirling above it. I'm like having that constantly going while everything else is going on. Oh my God, it would be so freaking awesome. The heat and wind as the ecto drives by. So every time like it's like flying around or whatever, and like, whipping the tail back and forth, as it destroys things, you could have like foam bricks, like fly in or whatever, or, fly out at people. And then of course, anytime someone, fires a beam, it's going to like rumble everything, especially that scene that was made for all of the hardcore people. When Phoebe walks out for the first time and turns on that proton pack, the audio for that still gives me goosebumps. It's just, and that would just be like having the seats just shaking as that pack is turning on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it would be so good. Now, going back to the reason I didn't go with the other one, I thought, man, that would be also really cool. But I'm just like, can you imagine the scene like when they'd have to, they said they kind of reshot some things so it looked good. But you would literally see the guys up on top of the building, and you could have the entire city of New York out in front of you with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man just slowly walking down the thing. I'd be like, man, that would be cool looking. But I went. That's really cool. Like I said, I went with that one. Before I turn it over to Ray for the next one, like I said, Big Vistas, and I thought about this real quick, Chris. It's not one of my picks, but if you went back and did like one of these old westerns, like an old John Wayne western. Where it was shot with these giant vistas, I think that would be gorgeous.
That would be beautiful.
I was going to say The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly would be awesome.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Last line. What? Yeah, it was for Mario Paint. What is he? Sorry, I'm not sure what he was talking about.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm guessing racing movies would work. Oh, yeah. Born Distracted. That would be awesome, too. Pretty much anything that was a racing movie. So, all right, Ray, what's your next one?
So the only thing I was going to add to Ghostbusters was it'd be cool if you were able to, like, how they have the air cannon where like it's a bunch of air and it shoots. If you could do that very specifically, so it feels like a ghost has touched you somewhere, like where it's just a puff of air. For Ghostbusters, I think that'd be fun. So
nice.
And then a little bit of a segue. Thanks for that. Wide, huge westerns. City Slickers is my last pick.
Oh, wow.
Of course, City Slickers is one of yours.
This is my favorite movie, man. So, first of all, you open up with the bull run, and again, another opportunity for cameos, another opportunity for things where you got stuff happening in the background of all these bulls running through, and I just think it'd be a huge opportunity there. And then the opening as you're coming into the New Mexico scenery, right? And you got the vastness of that area. The stampede part where he's making coffee, and then all of a sudden all the cows are like going everywhere. The rumbling of all of that.
That would be cool.
And then the other scene that I had as well was Mitch and Curly being alone. And then you have the stars and Milky Way and like shooting stars and stuff like that all in the sky. I think it'd be really cool. And then when the drunk cook is heading towards that edge, and you are just in the canyon, and it's like the huge canyons all around you, and like the dust gets puffed up and stuff like that. And then after that, where things are looking okay, but you can see a storm rolling in the distance.
That would be cool,
right? And then it finally hits, and then you got the high winds, and you got mist for that storm, and then you've got I was thinking of this too, the roaring river. So when it's Mitch's point of view as you're bobbing, the whole river is all around.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
It would just be crazy. And then again the grand entrance, you see them coming into the farm. Maybe as people are like looking around, they kind of come in just from the background somewhere. And then the last one that I have here is the huge cityscape as they're driving away at the end, and that whole end of the shot. So yeah, had to go with City Slickers because it's one of my favorites, but it's also you nailed it, right? These old westerns. Well, it's a good way to do that. Now I won't say it until we get there, but anyway, yeah, that's where it is. I have a few honorable mentions.
Oh, I do too. Believe me.
So.
That is a cute dog. That is a beautiful dog.
He's very cute, and he's being very pouty right now, and I don't know why.
He's very needy. Real quick, Bester, I got to disagree with you on this one. I mean, I agree with you, but I also disagree with you. Honestly, I think if someone recovered the 90s Mario movie and turned that sphere into that world, does it need an amazing story when you could be in the world of the Koopas? My friend Travis adores that movie. I don't understand why.
A lot of people really like that movie, Eugene. A lot of people do.
Get it. But you know what? It's not for me.
There you go.
It's not for me.
It's not for me.
That's a tough thing to admit on the internet.
Oh no, I have no problem admitting that. But yeah,
no, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying a lot of people. That's a tough thing for people to admit.
No, and I get that. So, and last line was referring to the Angry Video Game Nerd episode, apparently. So, Esmerino also said Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yeah, dude, the scenes where it's like pulled back and you see the ship and stuff would be fantastic.
Wait, are we
Chris,
deciding? Are we deciding now that Mario Paint is a bad game? Is that what? I'm confused.
I guess so, because I saw that come up on my feed somewhere. Like
literally, everyone loves Mario Paint, but now it's a bad game. Okay.
Oh, okay. Chris, what's your next one?
Okay, I'm getting a lot of dog breath in my
That could be in the sphere thing. The dog you could do.
Everybody would love it.
Remember that Beethoven movie or Turner and Hooch?
Oh my God! Talk about flinging stuff on.
Okay, so can I say my third one? Am I allowed?
Yes.
Okay, so my third one, again, visually speaking, would be 1999 Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow, which is as creepy as I get. That is my peak. Halloween, dark, whatever, gross. That's my limit.
There would just be constant mist.
Just mist.
Oh, hell yeah.
The filter that they use to film it is really cool. It's for me. It's a gross movie. That's a gross movie for me. Mm-hmm. That's my threshold.
It does have some very gross moments.
It does have some gross moments, and I love.
Plus, Christopher Walken's teeth. They're like
really cool.
I was thinking about the scene where he's doing the dissection and it just constantly keeps spurting
out like that.
I'm thinking the church scene, and then you've got.
Oh hell yeah! Mm-hmm. I was gonna say you have foam axes just being flung around the room.
Oh yeah.
I just really that movie's.
And you could hire what's his name to reprise the role, so he'd actually be running through the horseman too.
Oh, Christopher Walken.
No,
Ray Park.
Ray Park.
Ray Park.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I forgot about Ray Park. We've met him. He's really nice.
Yeah, you like the way.
He is.
So
he's really cool.
Whatever cologne he was.
We met him too. Eugene and I met him.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, cool.
It was fun.
He was a good dude.
So Ray, when you're listening, just go ahead and
yeah. What's up, Ray? Yo,
get to work on that.
Yeah.
Last line said it's not a good movie, but Dennis Hopper was good, and it is always Dennis Hopper was freaking awesome.
Oh, Dennis Hopper, man! Wow.
In what movie?
That was
the original Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh.
So
yeah,
John Leguizamo.
And, I remember John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins.
And then
Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. They said they were drinking the whole movie because they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah,
they had no clue what was going on.
Last line said, "Did you hear about the casting for the Street Fighter movie? Any thoughts?" Yes. No, I have not.
Noah Centineo, who plays Ken, he put on his Instagram. Sorry, he just popped up on my free page the other day. Got jacked to play Ken, and he dyed his hair. He bleached blonde it, and he does not have the skin tone for that, so it's very abrupt. He got super jacked to play that. So.
Eugene casted me and him in the Street Fighter movie in his little video he did.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Bastarino was saying it's 80% atmosphere and just lacking the overall notes of general plot. Yeah, like I said, It's not. For
It's
me.
a fun movie though.
Nostalgic.
It's like, never mind. I'll say what I have to say for when I talk about my next movie.
Okay.
Oh, there's the cat.
That again. That's Minerva.
Yep. You're up again, Cyrus.
Oh, it's time. Okay. Well,
Anyways,
I was gonna say, the Mario Brothers movie might not have been a great movie, but a lot of people love it. For example, there's a movie I didn't like. I thought it was a terrible movie, but I enjoyed it, which was the new Superman movie. I thought, it wasn't great, but I had a good time watching it. But what I think is a good movie is the original Superman, and the original Superman and Superman 2, which I really think is one movie, really. And that would be so awesome in the Sphere. Like recreating extra stuff so you could really feel like you're in Metropolis during. I'm especially imagining like the flight scenes, the scene at Hoover Dam with the earthquake that happens and everything. Also, being inside Lex Luthor's lair, just like really taking it all in, because I never feel like I get to see enough. I'm always like, what all is in this place? And then the battles in Superman 2, where they're in the city. There's so much going on. When I was a kid, Superman 2 was like the greatest thing that had ever happened ever. Like, I remember Superman 2 came on TV. They finally put it on TV, and they made this huge big deal about it. And they had this really awesome announcer doing the commercials for it. Christopher Reeve, Superman 2. And you're like, oh! And they would always show the scene where Zod throws the thing at Superman, and he shoots it with his laser eyes and blows it up. And I was like, that is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. I will never see nothing better than that ever. And I don't think I have. I think that's still the coolest shit I've ever seen. So Superman 2 in the Sphere with the giant Superman symbol on the outside of the Sphere. Yeah, dude. Can we not do that? This is another thing. Like, if we're not doing Star Wars, we're not doing Superman. Why do we have this thing? So
the outside could also be the Earth spinning, and Superman making it go backwards.
Hell yeah.
it absolutely could do that. There's several things you could do. You're absolutely right. You could do the Earth spinning. You could do the Superman symbol. You could do a giant piece of kryptonite. I mean, there's tons of stuff you could figure out that would just be perfect.
That'd be fun.
Yep.
Yeah, just Zod's face, talking, telling everybody, talking to the camera, like he did. There's things you could do. Man, we lost Terrence Stamp this year.
We did,
So-
yeah. Recently, very recently.
To honor him, this needs to happen.
Heck yeah. Last line said, speaking of Star Wars, make it the Death Star. Oh hell yeah. The Sphere has to be the Death Star at some point. Like, even if they're not going to do Star Wars at it, they just need to turn it into the Death Star at some point. So, my third one, my last one, is something I would love to see. I think just I just want to see the visuals. I like all of the other stuff, blowing air, water droplets. Okay, I just want to see the visuals of Tron Legacy.
Oh,
That movie,
interesting.
Gorgeous, and
It
I
is
would
gorgeous.
love to see the entire dome just done up with that. Those, just the way that city looks is gorgeous. And like I said, even and like when they're doing the bike stuff, you could have them like flying by you and stuff. I'm like, I think that is one of the most visually stunning movies that's been done in forever, and I cannot believe it's not in like the highest quality video on Disney Plus. It kills me the fact that it's only like 1080p. I'm like, why is this not 4K? Like, this is a movie to show off a screen. Like, Star Wars is fantastic for showing off a surround sound system, especially Episode 2. The scene with Jango Fett and Obi-Wan, because the sound charges. If you want to set off a surround sound system, that's how you set off a surround sound system.
Yeah.
This movie is perfect for showing off a television because the blacks are inky black, and then the glowing blues, and it is so gorgeous. Like, that's how you show off a television. And seeing that on the big on that type of a screen, I think would be phenomenal.
You know what they need to do, Eugene? They need to go back and fix the faces on the Clue and on Tron. The CGI faces that didn't quite live up to expectation.
Yeah.
If they did that and put it out at 4K, I'd buy it. I would buy it just to see, because it's a beautiful movie and it's a fun movie. It's a good
Yeah, it
movie. Hopefully the new one, we'll see. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
good
trailer
pick,
before it
dude.
came on TV, and Christy's like, "Do you want to go see this?" And I'm like, "Kind of."
Yeah.
She's like,
I
"I
have
have
a-
kind of not want to see it." I'm like, "Because of him."
I have a feeling it's going to be better than we think it is. I have a weird feeling that there's some stuff going on that they're not telling us about that is going to be pretty cool. So
Fucking time they don't tell us everything.
I have a feeling something might be. Anyway, I'll
All right.
leave it alone. I'll leave it alone.
All right. Well, I only had 3. I've got at least one honorable mention. But Ray, do you have any more? Or
I have honorable mentions.
Been
All right.
writing stuff down this entire
And
time.
the list grew as we were talking.
Yeah.
Fair, go ahead and run through your honorable mention, sir.
All right. So Predator, because I mean you mentioned
Ooh.
aliens.
As soon as Sai said aliens, Predator came to mind. I'm like, can you
Yeah.
imagine the entire thing just being like the forest?
Yes. And
Or
you
the
would-
second one, the second Predator 2 would be so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the city and everything. Hell
that'd
yeah.
be cool. Back to the Future, because you have to.
I was going to say Back to the Future 2. Back to the Future 2, where they're in the future and flying through the stuff and the.
Yeah.
It's got to be the trilogy, though. You got to play it back
Yeah,
to back. to
you
back.
have to do the whole thrill.
Seeing
Yeah,
the
you're right.
whole- once again, to the whole Western thing, like,
yeah.
oh my,
Yeah.
that trilogy would be fantastic for that thing.
Pretty.
Yep. Forrest Gump, because
Oh yeah, definitely.
all the different
Landscapes
areas and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Apocalypse Now,
Whoa.
that would be a hell of a movie.
If you could make
like,
that
the
look
amount
good.
of fire you'd have to use would be insane.
Yeah, if you could make it match up and look good with the extra stuff, oh wow, that would be an experience.
So the next one is my own, just because of the aesthetic of it all. The Crow, I think would be
The
beautiful.
1993
Yes.
Crow,
Yes.
not the
Yes.
black.
There's only one crow. There's only one crow.
one.
But man, that whole scene.
I'm glad you said that. That's a good one. That's
I
a
think
good
it's
one.
gorgeous. And
Ray,
the last
Ray, you
one,
get 10 points for that, sir.
the last one I'm going to mention is Spaceballs: The Sphere.
Merchandising.
That one.
And it would just be Spaceballs.
Yes,
Like
the
helmet.
space ball. The space ball.
Okay, hold on. We have to explore this one because if it's going to be Spaceballs the Sphere, it can't be everything we're talking about. It can't be just space. Like it would have to be like there'd have to be like planets and stuff that like you would constantly be looking around at like
Crazy. You'd have to have jokes happening off and nowhere.
Yes,
Crazy
you-
stuff. Yeah.
Yes, you
oh
would.
my god. That'd be so good.
Like, and some of them would be just somebody cleaning the like just vacuum.
Yes. Some crazy. Yeah. Nonsense. Yeah.
I mean,
Cameos
like-
from celebrities.
Like
You could just
wiping
have
the
those.
window, like
You know how they had like celebrities do cameos as stormtroopers in those Star Wars movies? You could do like that with the
Yes,
ball.
hell yeah, man. Every current comedian that's doing anything would be dying to be on that thing. Like,
Oh,
that
yeah,
would be
for
awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nicely done. All right, Chris, you have any more or any honorable mentions?
I have one honorable mention, and it again because the first movie, especially, I like the filter they used on the cameras. Is the Twilight Saga?
Oh no!
That's why you're laughing at me.
Oh no!
Please
Okay.
tell me you were planning on having a cannon shoot sparkly stuff out into
Sparkles, glitter.
Oh,
glitter everywhere.
everybody's
glitter for everybody. Sparkly vampires forever because that shit never goes away. Yeah, I just thought like, and to see there is some beautiful shots, mostly in the first one. The other four they're fine, but the first one specifically because of the way
the
Catherine
filter,
Hardwick shot it and the filter that she used. But like La Push, seeing
oh,
that
the
the
coast and the,
coast
ocean,
and the
yeah, that'd be
ocean,
cool.
and then like the forest scene and stuff like that. Like, and then the wind when the vampires are running, and like the baseball scene and the cracks of lightning.
You get a
and stuff.
blur of red for when she's like hunting them, and
Oh, Victoria.
yeah,
Yeah. See, he's read all the books too, so he knows.
I've read all the books and we've
Seen all the
seen all the
movies.
movies. It was always around your birthday, so
The Twilight. The
Nice.
soundtrack is really good too, so that would sound really good.
I do want to thank
Likes
Twilight.
So it's
I
okay.
do like the crow. I was like,
I want to thank the movie Twilight because my indie movie Dawn of Twilight, I did a trailer for it back on my old channel. It got over 200,000 hits, and it was mainly because it came out the same time Twilight came out.
so people watched it for the wrong reason.
Yes.
I never knew that, dude.
You never saw the comment section. It was filled with people very confused about what was happening.
Where's my sparkling vampire?
Not,
Yeah, I was a little bit upset because I was like, you would what? You used my thing, you son.
it'd be
But-
all like teenagers and Twi moms would be super fucking pissed.
Yeah. But it was fine because like I
That's
said,
hilarious.
there was a lot of traffic.
Nice. Were you
So thank
like
you, Twilight.
freaking out when you saw it? Like you're just like, what's happening?
Yeah, I was like, why am I getting 10,000 people? What? And then it was 20,000, 30,000. It kept going up and up and up and up. And then I was like, oh, I see. I was reading the comments. I was like, I see what's happened here. Mm.
That's fantastic.
I thought about like changing the description to be like to reference that, to reference the movie. You know, there's no vampires, but this movie doesn't suck or something. You know?
Nice.
But anyway,
Sorry, do you have any more or any?
I was gonna just rapid fire off a few things.
Sure, go for it.
I was thinking, I don't know if you guys remember this movie called Sphere that came out. It's not a great movie, but you got to put Sphere in the Sphere. That's all I was thinking.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Jurassic Park would be awesome.
Yes.
That would be good.
Yeah, I was thinking Avatar probably because it's probably you've got enough data probably together to even do it already without even doing
Probably,
a lot.
yeah. Actually,
Yeah. And Interstellar would also be absolutely fantastic.
Interstellar came across my mind too. Yeah.
The big one I was thinking was if you were to shoot a movie for this, do the third Top Gun. Do the third Top Gun. Like
yes,
that. Like shoot it for this.
that
And
would be
then-
awesome.
Yeah, that would be. I would go to Vegas to see that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. The only, and I'm surprised no one said this one. I thought for sure someone was going to bring up the Matrix movies.
Oh, the Matrix movies.
I mean,
Yes.
they've kind of done that with this thing. It's not the Sphere, but it's kind of like that. I think we've all seen it. Like when they're like the entire movie theater looks like it's got the digital stuff coming down, and then like when they're standing there and they order up the weapons, it like goes by and is like running by your I thought the Matrix movies would be really good for this.
Yeah.
I did because I thought it was done.
You know, if you put a little bit of like fog in the theater, you could laser broadcast those things coming down in the theater itself.
Oh, that would be even cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome actually.
Hell yeah.
The last one that I wanted to pull up was, and I was going to go a different route with it. So it's not so much because of having like the pure immersion of it. I was thinking, what if you did something like Clue, and instead of necessarily expanding on that, you have the main movie playing down here, but then you have essentially windows for all of the other rooms and everyone and you'd have to digitally animate what everyone else is doing at any given time. But you could literally look around at any given time and see what every single character is doing. You'd have to do a bunch of writing and you'd have to have actors and like do a bunch of mocap and stuff. But if you did something like that, you could literally watch everyone doing stuff, quote unquote, in real time as this is going on. And I thought that would be interesting for that. And then any other movie that's kind of got like a real time type thing going on, I was like, that would be perfect. You're not doing like, like I said, a big graphic of like, the entire house or whatever. You're doing more so giving people multiple cameras to see essentially. I just thought that would be an interesting, different take to go with it. So
Bit of a spin to that. You get everybody wear some glasses or something where it's able to detect where you're looking, and then the audio for that room would be playing.
Oh, that would be cool.
Ooh. Wow. I don't know. Interesting.
And I don't see why that's not possible nowadays. Like that type of stuff seems like
It's got to be possible. Yeah, because you can track a Wiimote. I'm sure you can track glasses.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way.
That would be cool.
Real quick, I just want to mention one more since I forgot to mention this. I have Fester's Quest playing in the background. Yeah. The Addams Family from back in the 90s that came out.
Yes.
I love that movie so much. It would be so cool. Yeah, because the aesthetic of that movie, inside the mansion and out, everything's. It would be awesome. The scene where Fester goes down into the catacombs and
Yes.
cool stuff, man.
There'd be some good stuff there.
Oh yeah.
And the book opening up and the fucking tornado.
Yeah.
Hurricane coming out,
Yeah, the hurricane.
yeah.
And I just want to see Raw Julia.
Oh, I love
That's all.
Raw Julia. Oh.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I had one last thought for Spaceballs that I thought would be funny.
Okay.
The scroll keeps going, so as the movie's playing, it continues to tell you what's happening currently, and it's still the scroll above everybody. So
Oh, can you imagine how cool that ship, the giant ship coming over, would be on that giant?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow!
'Cause
I
even
mean, in Star Wars,
that would be awesome. Yeah.
yeah. But in Spaceballs,
Because quite literally, the opening of Star Wars, it pans down. You see the planet, and then you see Leia's ship. Dude, like as it's panning down, you would already have Leia's ship all the way up here, and then so that it merges, and so the Death Star, or not the Star, but the Star Destroyer would literally start like over your head, and then like going. Yeah, that would be awesome.
that's
But
nuts,
yeah,
man.
Spaceball 1 would take forever. So
Yes.
there's still part of it at the end of the movie still on screen somewhere.
I love the idea that literally the scroll is just like, if you look really hard, it's still on the
Still there.
screen somewhere.
It's still way off in the distance.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Wow.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our picks and pans for the month here. So, would anyone like to go first?
I'll go.
All right, what is your pick and or pan, Chris?
I only have picks. It's like first time ever I've only had picks. You can tell me
Nice.
about it. Okay. I watched this really cool documentary on Netflix. It's making the rounds on Instagram and stuff. People critiquing. It's called Unknown Number. It's a high school catfishing story. It's based on a true story about, well, it is. A couple of years ago, a mom got arrested for catfishing her own daughter. For 2 years, this woman harassed her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend. And nobody knew it was her. And the FBI had to get involved, and they did all their fancy tech shit that they do that I don't understand how they come up
Is
with.
this lady a YouTuber?
No, she wasn't a YouTuber. That would make more sense if she was.
I know, right?
But they found her, and they have like the body cam footage, like the whole thing. And the woman herself, the mom herself, is in this documentary. In the first part of the documentary, you are led to believe that they don't know who it is. And then the second half, it's her trying to explain and defend herself as to why she did this. She went to jail for it. She got out last summer. She spent like not even a year in prison for it, but they don't have really strong laws for this kind of stuff. So it was all through phones and emails and stuff. But yeah, and as a mom, and we're all parents, could you imagine trying to justify in your head how you were doing this for your kid, how harassing them? And it was, some of them were filthy texts.
Yeah.
And some of them were just awful. And at the near the end of this, before she got caught, she was telling her daughter to kill herself. And it was all from an unknown number. It was all burner accounts, all whatever. So it was just fascinating. And this woman, you can see that she's very unwell, and that there's not a lot happening behind the eyeballs. And she's trying to explain and justify. She at one point says, "We've all done illegal stuff. We've all jaywalked or drove home drunk. The only difference is I got caught."
No.
You harassed and bullied your daughter and her boyfriend for 2 years, and that's your defense. Anyway, so it didn't even, like, her trial didn't, like, the thing didn't even go to trial. It was very bizarre. It's really good. It's like an hour and a half long. I highly recommend it. The other one is the cooler weather, hence why I only have picks, because I'm feeling way better. Because summer,
I'm wearing a sweater.
he's wearing a sweater. We had to shut the windows because it got too cold in here. Just feeling way better.
Guys, in Dallas last night, it got into the 60s, and all day today it stayed in the 60s or low 70s most of the day.
Nice. That's
What?
great. That's great.
I love that. That's amazing.
But it's going to be 90 in like 2 days. So
so it's not going to be here. Like, we're
ruin
done
it.
with the hot days.
I'm sorry, my bad.
And
Spoiler alert.
that's rough. Also, Wednesday season 2 part 2 has come out. So we're watching that. I think
Oh yeah. Okay.
Got an episode and a half left.
Yeah, we got an episode and a half left. I really like it. I'm glad there was some controversy with one of the actors after the first season came out, and so he subsequently got fired. And the way that they wrote around that character was really good. And then they had to course correct what they were going to do, and what they've done I really, really like.
Okay.
It's much more broader. Like there's far more characters involved instead of just Wednesday's love story or potential love triangle. Anyway, because Wednesday would never have that, by the way, ever. Then the last thing is the Starbucks fall menu's out now. And I've already had 2 pecan oat lattes. I'm very fancy, and I am that bitch. And
I wasn't going to call you a basic bitch, but
I am though. I am a basic white lady, and I'm not ashamed of it. I just am, so I'm embracing it. And they're really good. I am enjoying my pumpkin spice latte. I haven't had a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. I did from Tim Hortons, which I think is better. But that's just me. And that's it.
nice. Ray, you want to go next?
Sure. So the move went well.
Oh, Logan's moved.
good.
Yeah.
Turned down
Her
to college, so
on Monday.
went well.
Mhm.
The girls learned how to get internet on their own and a few other things. So it was good. Overall, went really well. Packed up both cars. We all went down there, and we were the first ones to move in, and therefore Chris and I were able to leave before everybody else showed up, which was great.
Mhm.
'Cause
He would have helped.
I would have, but I would have.
You're too nice. I
I would
would
have got caught in staying longer, and
You
I didn't
would've.
want to stay longer. So, the other thing for my pick is campaign 3 of Critical Role is fantastic. I've never actually listened to Critical Role before, so listening to their episodes, I'm just getting started. Really, I'm like episode 11 or no 10 right now, maybe 11 of campaign 3. Campaign 4 is starting up really soon, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've been a D&D fan for a while now, and
I didn't know what you're talking about. I was about to ask you D&D. Okay.
yeah. So Critical Role, if you've never listened to any of their campaigns, don't start with one. They suggest to go to Prime Video and watch Vox Machina, which is their
That shit is fantastic. I love that show.
So if you enjoy that show, this is the D&D campaign. So season 1 is their D&D campaign, and anyway, it's a lot of fun. I know a lot of people already like it anyway, but that had to be my pick because I'm just getting into it. So
because all of them are voice actors.
oh yeah, it's
Oh,
fantastic.
Get into it, yeah.
So
Cool.
anyway, great time. Yeah, I'm on episode 11 and been listening to it as I've been building the gate. So
He finished the fence. The fence is officially done.
yes,
There's no.
well, not officially done.
Well,
I
like the
didn't want
little
to say it was done because
fiddly
now we're in the
bits.
fiddly
The
bits.
fiddly bits need to be done, but it's functional. We don't have to take him out on a leash to go to bed.
No, we have a closed
Oh, that's
jar.
nice.
Yes, closed yard.
Cyrus, would you like to go next, or you want me to go next?
I don't really have anything.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I've got 2 things. We're all positive here. I've got 2 picks. The first one is this newest season of King of the Hill. Still haven't finished it because I'm watching it with Nick and Christy. This works. Like, I really, really, really think a lot of TV shows that are getting really long in the tooth. Take a break. Like, seriously, take a break. I mean, I know there's a problem with that because then some of your actors are like, well, I've got to keep working. I've got to go find something else. But, like, take a break. Or if nothing else, just be like, all right, we're going to take a jump into the future because it works so well. Seeing adult Bobby deal with his adult parents and stuff that's happening in modern day it's so much fun. Seeing the other characters, like how they've grown and everything's going on with them. It's just a lot of fun to watch these characters. So yeah, if you were ever a fan of King of the Hill, go watch the new season. It is completely and totally worth it. My second pick is something that actually came up earlier tonight. K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes. Oh, I forgot about that.
Is a good movie. I enjoyed it. it's a fun movie, and we talked a little bit about it on EG Live a week or so ago. Yeah, some things have changed. It is now officially the number one most watched movie on Netflix. It has 3 songs in the top and Billboard's top 100. It has 4 songs in Billboard's top 200. It is the first all-female group to hit number 1 since Destiny's Child.
Wow.
Like, it is destroying records left and right. And it was a hell of a lot of fun. It was a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
So,
and they're doing a sequel.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? I'm sure at this point, I'm surprised we've already gotten word that the last part of the Spider-Verse trilogy has been pushed back. I'm surprised they're just like, nope, everyone stop what you're doing. We got to work on this.
Demon Hunters. It's really good. It's a nice story, and it's really, I would say it's really family friendly because it's, it doesn't go too far with any of that. And the animation is really funny.
Yes, it is.
Fun the way that they did it.
It's very well done.
Yeah, it's very well done.
When it came out, I was watching a YouTuber review of it, and they were saying that Disney needs to learn from this because
hell yes.
This is how you do those types of movies. So I haven't watched it myself yet, but
the soundtrack's really fun too. It's
the soundtrack is fantastic. Alex said, he's like, I don't know, Dad. He said, I kept watching it. It seems like the he put it as frame rate, but he's like, it seemed like the less power she had, like the less power they had, like it started getting a little choppier, and then when it got smoother and smoother, and I was like, it's done by the same people who did the Spider-Verse. I'm like, so I would not doubt it one bit if they were doing, fun, weird things with the animation like that. Because like the Spider-Verse movies are so gorgeous. There is so much artistic expression in those movies. And I wouldn't doubt it if they snuck a bunch of stuff like that into this movie as well.
Oh, for sure. But it's really good. Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Mike over on Facebook said, interesting, could be a future. He said shoe, but I'm sure he said show idea. Mapping out show after jump ahead in time. What is the main characters doing? Yeah, that would actually be a good topic for a show.
Yeah.
I thought he was calling back to our previous shoe discussion about the
all the way back at the beginning. Yeah.
Shoe.
Velcro.
Mike, we need to have you on sometime. So
I bugged him.
Do what?
I bugged him about it.
Fair enough. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and move on to our social media stuff. That was in the wrong order. I've got to change
wrong button.
I'm telling you, you gotta do the we could all do it together. It would be hilarious.
Yes.
Next time, never mind.
Go on.
You do what you want to do. I was gonna say next time, mute it and just have us do it like live.
Fair enough. Ray, where can we find you online?
The Reluctant Yeti on Instagram is pretty much the only one. I do have a Blue Sky account, but I don't really post there. I don't check there often. So Instagram, that's where you're going to see most of my stuff.
Fair enough. Chris?
Just Instagram at Moody Midlife. It is a private account, so if you just message and say where you're coming from, that'd be great.
Nice. Cyrus?
The Tubes of You. Super Mega Graphic 64. Thank you.
And of course, SMG 64 Plus.
Yeah, there's that other one. Yeah.
Okay, no, you were promoting it the other day on the other show, and now
I know, and
never mind.
I just don't like to promote myself. I find it disgusting. I hate
whatever. I will
myself.
promote you then. So,
Right.
I'm also going to promote the site epicallygeeky.com, where you can find all the shows that we do, including this show, Creatively Geeky, Sustainably Geeky, and Marginally Geeky. We're actually recording an episode of Marginally Geeky this coming Wednesday. We're finally getting around to Joseph's pick of Beware of Chicken. I actually just finished re-listening to it again because I was just like, I've got to remember what's going on. And then if you want to watch our EG Live, which we've been doing live on YouTube we were doing it on Tuesdays. We had to move it to Thursdays. But Cyrus and I've been on there talking about some fun stories that are happening, currently in the internet sphere. So
Eugene has hot takes. He's very opinionated.
I'm very okay. Never mind. I picked a story this week specifically for you. So And then if you want to follow my individual wacky adventure, you can find me online at Optimus Jane on Instagram. I mean, I'm on Facebook, but whatever. It's the same stuff that I'm here. So anyway, for everyone on the site, have a good night.